Hello, hello. So I hear that you're manifesting avoidant men and you want to be able to get out of this cycle. Let me know in the comments below if this is the pattern that you keep seeing with the men that you are attracting into your life. Let's just say you've had a hard day at work or there is a problem going on in your life, there's a circumstance, and you want to be able to speak to your specific person about it, but he just does not have the energy. He doesn't seem to care to be able to listen to you. And it's really frustrating because whenever he has an issue, he has a problem, you're right there. You're like, tell me everything, baby. Like, how can I help you? How can I make you feel better? You go above and beyond for him, and he seems to give you the bare minimum. Or maybe things are going really well with your specific person, but it always gets to a point where you guys get super close, and then it gets to a certain point, and it's almost like it's a cap to the level of intimacy or the connection that he can give you. And then he starts backing away. And you're like, what did I do wrong? I thought my mental diet, my affirmations were really good. So how come this feels like things are going backwards? And it seems to be this pattern over and over again. And you feel like you're going crazy, or you start getting anxious because he's going out with his friends on the weekend, or he isn't able to see you this weekend. And so you're thinking to yourself, like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to hear from him all weekend. I'm going to feel really anxious. I don't know what to do with myself. Even if I go out with my friends, I'm going to be glued to my phone the whole time. And you're constantly thinking about him. So you feel really anxious and dysregulated. And it's this pattern of this anxious and avoidant cycle of dating. And you're over it. You're done. You're like, how can I fix this? Okay, let's look at the cause. What's going on here? So you know how I speak about when it comes to manifestation. If you've been in my world, I love speaking about law of assumption and my framework for doing things. When it comes to my one-on-one spaces, I like to look at your beliefs. I like to look at your habits and also your level of emotional intelligence, because those three things are going to be the key to getting the dream relationship, getting you out of anxiety, and being able to materialize in a version of someone, an SP, who is so in love with you and devoted to you. I've done this myself. I've also done this with hundreds of clients. I have worked as a manifestation coach for years, and it's so exciting. Like, oh, I just can't share. I can't wait to share with you what is happening for me this year. I was telling people on Instagram today, and also telling the women in my community as well, Manifestation 365, link is in the description. You'll absolutely love it. The most amazing women are in that space. I'm just so excited to share more about just what I've been able to manifest in my life and what I'm able to continue to do. Anyway, let's go back to how we are materializing this in the first place. What is happening that you keep manifesting an avoidant SP? What's going on? Cool. So, what are your beliefs about men in general? Do you believe that men are always going to be cheaters? They're not going to be loyal. They never will be able to be super romantic. They won't be able to go to the depths that you can go emotionally. They'll never really be there for you. They'll kind of listen, but not give you that much attention. Or they get to a certain point when it comes to emotional availability, and then they'll always dip out. They're not very great when it comes to communicating, or relationships are really hard for you. You are the one who has to constantly put in effort. You are the one who is going above and beyond. What are your beliefs about relationships and men? Because if they're skewed and they're anything that I've listed, then it's no wonder that you don't have the manifestation. Okay, let's go to your beliefs, your assumptions about this particular SP. If you have a specific person that you're manifesting, but you're seeing him as, you're labeling him as avoidant, you say that he's very argumentative or he's not great at communicating. Maybe he shuts down when he's angry. Maybe you say that he's never there for you when you, like I said, you're upset, you feel overwhelmed. He can never really help you. Maybe you're thinking, you visualize him and you see him in his mind's eye of like, he's not ready for a relationship. He doesn't want to settle down. He doesn't want to settle down with me. He just doesn't know how to communicate his feelings. Okay, well, there's clearly a lot of limiting beliefs here about him. Well, what are your beliefs about yourself? Do you believe that you're good enough to actually be in a relationship where the person is devoted to you, where they want to be with you, they're loyal to you, they will listen to any problems or woes and anxieties that you have? Do you think that you're good enough? Do you think that is possible for you? Again, if the answer is no, no wonder you don't have this manifestation. So it's going to be this combination of these limiting, skewed beliefs about men and relationships, about this particular SP, and about yourself. Because ideally, we want to be in the space where you know that men are so capable. Any man you interact with is so capable of loving you, showing up for you, being loyal to you, committed to you. They want to be committed to you from the freaking get go because you're amazing. Maybe this particular SP, you see him as being emotionally available. He's great at communicating. He's a very masculine man, but he's also really in touch with his femininity, and he's sensitive and he's amazing and he's conscious. And you have such incredible conversations with him, and it just gets better and better. There's no avoidant patterns where he's pulling away, where maybe you guys go on holiday together. And so many women that I work with start thinking, well, if I go on holidays with someone or I spend so much time with them, then after the holiday or after all this time with them, they're going to pull away. They have to recharge. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Limiting beliefs. That doesn't have to be your experience. So it's like, if you have really healthy beliefs about men, relationships, this SP, and also yourself, that you know that you're so worthy. You know that you're incredible and amazing. You know you're the best thing that's ever happened to this person. You know that in yourself as well, that you're very loving. So of course you're going to get that back. That's the belief side of things. Now let's look at your behaviors. Your behaviors and your habits will be an extension of your beliefs. If you are someone who you start getting anxious because of your beliefs, and then you're constantly checking. Maybe you're creating arguments because you feel this distance between you and your SP. So you create arguments in order to get attention from him, in order to be close to him, that even if you're arguing or there's drama, you're still connected to him. Whoa, we need to change that. We need to stop all the stalking behaviors. Maybe you yourself are not great at communicating, and you need to get better at communicating. You can't even express your feelings or what's going on in your mind. So how can you expect someone else to be able to mirror that as well? Maybe you feel like you shut down when you get overwhelmed. Okay, well, we want to be able to work on that. Yeah. So it's like your beliefs, your habits, and your level of emotional intelligence are all going to play a part in your embodiment. And we know when it comes to manifestation, embodiment is the key to being able to materialize what you want. I help women with this on a daily basis. So if you need my help, and if this sounded like uncomfortably familiar for you and this video resonated with you, then now's the time. Let's do this work properly. Instead of you sitting there doing surface level affirmations and constantly having this annoying pattern of these emotionally avoidant and emotionally unavailable men that you're interacting with, and your SP continues to do the same shit over and over again, we need to change that ASAP. I will see you in the next video. Toodles. Bye.